They're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store.
Let's go.
As it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the New York Giants. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Now this defense for the Commanders is very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second and 9 now. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. You talk about this Washington defense. They've shown the ability to play tough against the pass, currently ranked number 9 in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Operating from the gun, McConnell.
Good defense, Amos.
The third down is a key down in any game you play, and third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
Okay,
looking
ready?
to put a drive together.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To the outside, that's complete to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Ready.
A gain of 16 yards.
Come on. Ready.
First down,
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. We know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles, and there when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
Well, these two teams met in our nation's capital earlier in the year with the Commanders picking up the win at Northwest Stadium. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife.
HE Cardinal.
They go play action. Daniels on the RPO. He'll keep it himself. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And they string that.
Why is Najee Harris in,
Stop
bro?
before he can turn upfield. No gain, second down. You talk about this Giant defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10.
It really shouldn't matter,
Pass
but
number 12 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Abdul Carter.
there's literally
Credit
nothing
him
on
with
that
a
play.
sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Play action, now it's Daniels. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Gain of 25 yards on the play. That's good for a Washington first down. It's a gain of 25 yards.
That's crazy.
And the Washington first down.
Winds up a very good call.
I know I
there
shoulda hurried
defensively
up.
to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him,
I see that every day.
bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Viking 18. Ready.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels.
I threw the full pick.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard
What a series of events,
line.
bro. What a series of events.
First and 10 at their own
Fuck.
35-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree
That's why
with
both
that
have need
totally
that sack,
because
bro.
all division games have a
I
little
could have clicked on
extra
it,
to
to be
them.
fair.
But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a third and 2 more.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
They need 2. Here's third down.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
Right back to Brown.
That's a touchdown, dude. Can't make that shit
Inside
up.
the 25.
You cannot make that shit up, bro.
Away and touchdown, New York. A great effort there. With his
Just a normal
sixth
inside zone,
touchdown
dude.
on the year.
Huh.
And
I forgot
the
to put old buddy
Giants
back
use
in.
the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Ever since we let go of Payne, bro, we just struggle to stop the
Kicking team
run.
out there for the Giants as they will send this
And,
one away.
I mean, that play wouldn't even went to his side of the field, but
And he's gonna
Jesus
be stopped
Christ.
cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan,
gotta let
coming
go the
in,
ball, Zach.
everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
don't even like this play for real. But we gotta let go of the ball,
that
bro.
complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And down he'll go at the 25. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on second and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
Here's 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on.
A gain of 13 yards.
Throwing now is Daniels. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run it with Pacheco from the gun.
Just hit the outside side.
Fuck! Back lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 45-yard line.
Just hit the outside there.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 23. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Here's Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. So that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten him down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Probably ending the quarter home.
Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT. These two teams all tied.
It's crazy. We have like
one.
no run defense this year, bro. It's insane. I thought adding a 400-pound dude would make our run defense better. They made it worse.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
So all even at 7
Just because you
now
can
as
doesn't
they
mean you
kick it
should, man.
away.
Fuck. Now I'm taking my own fucking advice.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line. The
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's not the play I wanted.
They're trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you?
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return will stop right around the 25. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or
It's like they get all the right block shots.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
It's second and 8 at the 23-yard line.
To the air goes Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And he completes this one to Terry McLaurin.
Oh my gosh, get in there, Terry.
Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the play.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. First and goal at the 1.
Here's Pacheco. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Isaiah Pacheco with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Giants 7. Jake Elliott set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
All right, Zach, stop giving him chances to return these
To the
shits.
35, they'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement.
Probably could have had a pick there too, but I didn't know. I wasn't sure about it.
So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Brown. Shreds the tackle. 75 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to
Like his
stop
blocks
in
are
his
just so
first
good,
down.
dude.
That's how you pick up a first down. You know where the sticks are, you know where the first down marker is, and you find a way to get there. That's called having vision.
He had a lot of vision last week, didn't he? NFC Offensive Player of the Week, he was dominant. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing
No way!
That's Burnett. Down the sideline he goes.
Dude,
And he's gonna
you just
be
run
out
right
of bounds
past
all the way
him,
down
bro.
inside the 15.
How many times that's gonna happen against this guy?
Play there for the Giants. 43 yards.
That happened
So
week
how about
1.
this
It's
for
happening
field
now.
position
Fuck.
after the big play inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. Looking to throw. McConnell. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Bosa gets injured,
They've
dude.
gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
3rd down and 13.
I hate this.
Back to throw. McConnell. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. And this one is right through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts,
I knew he was about to hit the RB
In this
though.
case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. The last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Daniels looking to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A huge play there for Washington. 52 yards.
First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Come on. 19 Tiger, 50 Eagles. Ready.
Now Daniels. And that is incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Pacheco gets it up the gut. Able to get a couple here, but
Cut stick, dude. I respect it.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jaden Daniels, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
You know what? My fault. I did the same shit. Like, come on.
Up to the 33.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. A throw right side caught by Neighbors.
Can't believe that fake me, fuck me, Zach.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Giants at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Wide open.
Guys running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 30. Nice 3rd down conversion at even 20 yards. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Running right, here's Brown. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now they go screen. It's complete.
I'm all over it. What'd I do? Completely fucking run away from it, dude.
That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll make this.
I really shouldn't have called a timeout, to be honest. Should have let the time go. That was stupid.
Yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers.
41. Get 1 block, bro.
Athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made, is the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Hawk 70.
To throw is Daniels. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
First down.
Ready?
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll get this just inside the 30-yard line.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
19 Tiger. Ready?
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Ready?
2nd and 3 with the ball sitting on the 5.
Go.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And this is
That's unfortunate.
for the moment, it's a touchdown.
That's so unfortunate,
Multiple
dude.
Flags down, so let's sort this out.
That's so unfortunate. Perfect play call.
On the set.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Let go.
Back to throw. Daniels. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Set.
Back to throw again. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders would extend their lead here just before halftime. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 15 now. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Escaping a tackler at the 25. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Come on. Come on.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Williams, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They go play action here on first down.
Throw it behind me. Good shit. Throw it behind me. I respect that. Darius be doing that bullshit.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Fuck.
Here we go. Set. Liking 18. Let's go.
Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Oh my gosh, dude. That should have been stopped for a loss, but he couldn't get through.
Across midfield.
Oh, we
And
couldn't
down
get
to
through the shit.
47. 96 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Operating from the gun, McConnell. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The end result, 21 yards.
That's another Giants first down.
Putting Neighbors as your slot wide receiver is disgusting.
26-yard line.
Disgusting. Fuck! Couldn't really set up what I wanted to set up. Really don't like this.
This is Brown going up the middle. Trying to
Well, our
run
linebackers are on it. Metcalf is so good, bro.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Hey, I got him, man. I got him.
He's going to try and take off.
The rookie makes a play. You love to see it.
Wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Finally, bro.
Is a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Okay,
The
ready?
Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed
He's
to
fucking
score a
blitzing
touchdown.
his play,
Sometimes
dude.
that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Let's go. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Let's go.
Off play action. Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
70. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready.
A handoff now for Pacheco. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they're going to have another 1st first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 31-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10, down at the 31. They go play action. Daniels. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he can't get
They wide open, didn't I? Wasn't even looking over there, to be honest.
Able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Didn't even look over there, bro.
The game, the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Get it? Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 80.
Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
If I would have thrown that shit on time, dude.
Right there with him.
If I throw that on time.
And 4th down now coming up.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. 37 yards.
The kick by Elliott is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work.
If I throw that on time, that's a
I
catch.
love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in.
Fuck.
He got it done.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback,
What?
it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now
What?
they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Let's go. Panther 60.
They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on 1st down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100.
Honestly,
yards for the
don't
game.
know what
So
to
how has he
call.
done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Should be a pick.
He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Might have needed just one more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Hurt. Cowboy 80.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Washington.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Throwing now is Daniels. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Ready? Go.
On the handoff, it's Pacheco.
I knew he was blitzing, but at the same time, if I could get past the first one, then we're good.
So now they deal with 3rd and 11. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Ready, set.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He'll try and do this himself. And inside the 20
Wow.
before he's brought down.
Wow.
Nothing open downfield.
I fucked that play, bro. Jaden saved me.
First down.
Challenging again, bro. Yes. Yes. Jaden saved the fuck out of me, bro. Jaden is a dog, bro.
Down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Ready.
This is Pacheco. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. Touchdown! From 10 yards out. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. Elliott good on the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
He's done his part sailing past the century mark on the ground with rushing yardage, but his team, a different story.
Yeah, they're down big in this ball game, so sometimes you wonder to yourself how much of that is him with a great performance and how much of that is the defense just loosening up because they have a big lead.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Following the fumble recovery, Daniels. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Touchdown!
GG's.
Washington. Terry McLaurin. His second
GG's.
of the afternoon. And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Elliott good with a PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
3rd down and 1.
18 Cardinal, go!
They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And he will have a Giants first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Let's go!
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he will have a Giants first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. I think we just saw that there.
We saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
There's a short one caught by Johnson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
An inside give, Brown. An unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move
4 pancakes, bro. He's unreal. Where's my guy at? Okay.
On. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play. Move on.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got his man. That's Luke Musgrave. And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. McConnell. There's a short
Really good defense.
Johnson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it
Kicker's
through.
nasty.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. In the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
Panther 60.
Pacheco gets it again on 2nd down. They're going to drop him behind the line yet again, and things going from bad to worse. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
18, Rattler, 8, ready, ready.
Here's Daniels. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Down several scores and playing behind the chains is not the way to have success in this one. Right now, if you're the offensive line, your big concern, protecting your quarterback, give him a chance to try and throw something downfield to pick up the needed yardage.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another road date next week with the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
.2 yards per carry, bro. Jesus Christ. On 17 carries. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. 3 tackles. Hey, he got 2 solo, 2 assists. He had 4 tackles this game. I'll take that.